Sure, I'm Sister LaQueefa. I'm from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. I'm part of the Order of the Moist Brawley, which is the Queen City Sisterhood here in Victoria, BC. It'll be 3 years in July, I believe. I am currently the Vice President, and so I'm the Sister of Novices.
What about UNPC?
UNPC, I was on UNPC as a representative, but I had to take a back seat. Got lots going on. Why did I join the Sisters? It goes way back. Back in the late 80s, I was living in Acapulco, Mexico, and my sister-in-law, who was Mexican and lesbian, and in the closet, but I knew about it, asked me to help her one evening to deliver some meals to some sick friends. And she had her car stolen, so we used our car. And I drove around the city, and she went in and out of households, came out crying every time. I didn't understand what was going on. And then several decades later, I realized that she was feeding the dying of AIDS all of her friends that had come down with it. And I heard about the Sisters through another friend of mine on Facebook who became a sister down in Arizona. And I said, Ryan, what's all of this about? And he told me about the Sisters, and I thought it was a fabulous idea. So I was at a theater one evening with another friend, Brandon, who is Sister Vera now. And he was mentioning to somebody during the halftime, whatever you call it. And he said that he was desperately trying to get together a sisterhood here in Victoria. And I leaped over three rows and 2 chairs and grabbed him by the shoulder, and I said, I know somebody on Facebook that can help us. And between Brandon and myself and Ryan in Arizona, we managed to get ourselves registered, and off we went. The meaning of my name, my son actually gave me that name. I was trying to play around with words and stars, names, and of course Queen Latifah came to mind, and I said I should be Queen LaQueefa, and he's like, no, you gotta mess around with it more, make it Teen LaQueefa. And I've been a teenager at heart all my life. Like in my head I'm 17, so I thought, and Queefa kind of fits. So that's where it all came from.
What is a queef?
A queef is a vaginal fart, usually during sex. Not that that's ever happened to me. Ooh, I'm probably leaning more towards the silly with a little bit of spiritual in there. Yeah, my favorite thing is to go bat crazy during parades and run back and forth. I probably run a marathon during a parade, zipping back and forth across the street and connecting with people. That's my favorite thing that I love. My ministry is joy. We spend a lot of time worrying about our past and worrying about our future, but we're never in our present. We never are in that joyful moment where we're in between the past and the future and smack dab in the present. And I want to ensure people that you can be happy in the moment.
And what is it that you like doing during your ministry?
I really like to show people that life is not a serious thing, that it is not all doom and gloom. Sure, shit happens to all of us, and we all have our bad days, but there's always that silver lining. You always have to look for that little bit of positiveness in whatever is happening that you don't think is a great thing at the moment.
So those are the messages that you'd like to communicate, but the question I'm trying to get for you to answer is, what is it that you like doing? Are you a fundraiser? Are you a party goer? Do you like doing bar ministry?
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I have been a fundraiser since I was about 12 years old, and I mastered my craft, as I like to call it, well before the time I was 20. And I've been raising thousands and thousands of dollars for various charities around the globe, really. And that was another thing that drew me to the Sisters, was the appeal of the fundraising. I can throw on a fundraiser and raise $3,500 like that. It's a no-brainer for me. So that's where I get my joy from, is by pulling that off and being able to present usually a grassroots charity or a nonprofit in my city. Again, I'd have to say my knowledge of fundraising. I can teach anyone to put on a very simple but extremely effective fundraiser with practically no funds. That is the gift that I really want to give to all the sisters around the world, is showing them that you can do it. When you think you can't do it and you can't raise those funds, whether it be $100 or $10,000, yes, you can. You just need some basic guidelines, and I'm hoping to be able to provide that to the rest of the sisters. I've heard this again and again and again, but it is still the most important thing, is be patient with yourself. It is a journey. It's a journey of discovery. Especially if you are not part of the LGBTQ community like I am. I'm married to a man, and I'm cisgendered, and it was a bit of a reach for me. Well, okay, it was a long reach for me, but it's so worth it. The sisterhood is so welcoming. You just have to have your heart open to it. There's a lot of learning to do, especially if you're not originally part of the community. I think I am part of the community now, and it humbles me greatly to be accepted into it. It's a very special community that needs to be celebrated and defended and cherished.